On the campus of Auburn University, it's a cloudy Sunday at Plainsman Park, Game 3 of the series between the Wright State Raiders and the Auburn Tigers. Wright State coming from the Horizon League, and Auburn going for their first series sweep of the season. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Jack Sadighian, Mark Fuller, and this is the 8th game in 10 days for Auburn to start 2025. So far, so good. They've been dominant. And then Wesley Helms, a transfer from Auburn, a walk-off single with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and UAB has their biggest win in 2025. That was on March 5th. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us in the booth. Jack Sadighian, Mark Fuller, and Auburn wants certainly to get some revenge from that March 5th matchup, but they really need to bounce back from a tough series.
Yeah, they do. They let
everyone offering. Burris will swing and lift one out to center field. Williams running back, looking up, over the batter's eye. Are you kidding me, Drew Burris? And he smashes one. This is out to left field. Vogelsong back, off the scoreboard. And it's a grand slam for Hernandez.
Line into right field. Baker over, he's got it. Wallace tagging. Here's the throw to the plate. He's out! And the Biscuits win it in the 10th.
Ground ball to third. Tough play for Curse. His throw on the run is picked beautifully at first. Heck of a play all around on the corners of the Georgia Tech infield.
And we talked.
Strikeout there, runner going to second, and he is out at second. Strike him out, throw him out, and that'll help settle Chatterton in. Todd Clay's 3rd homer of the year has UAB ahead. They're trying to sweep the season series against Auburn for the first time since 1980. Won at Regents Field on March 5th. And we're kicking off April here at Plainsman Park. Fooling around today. Lucas Steele. He'll take a ball from Thomas Ballard.
He switches around. Left-handed starter with Isaac Warwick. He hit right-handed and then comes up here now against Ballard and hit left-handed. The only switch hitter in the Auburn lineup.
Breaking ball for a strike.
You called it, Jack. That was a really good 1-0 straight over the top. Thomas Ballard is like an iron mic. It's right over the top. That was a big breaking ball with a lot of depth and great pitch on the 1-0 count.
He retired 3 hitters in a hurry in the 3rd with a pair of punch outs. He was the first guy out of the UAB bullpen. Warwick went a couple of innings. Essentially a bullpen day for both of these teams. Petrovic's gotten a lot of starts for Auburn, but he was pulled early. Want to keep him fresh if they need him over the weekend.
Pretty good pitch there by Ballard. I don't know what that was. He needed that one too with the 2-1 count. Now he's back in a fastball count, and Steele can just sit on the dead red fastball. Ballard is from Bob Jones High School. One of the powerhouses in this state. State playoffs every year, state champs a couple of years, a lot of guys to the SEC.
3-1. Steele will swing, and he got under it. It's an infield pop-up. 5 players are there. Who's going to get it? It's the 3rd baseman, Clay.
Yeah,
and that's the first out.
The guy that finds a way to make a play, Todd Clay. I got it, get out of the way. That was a 3-1 breaking ball, Jack. So really good pitching. We saw a 1-0 curveball for a strike. And he throws a 3-1 breaking ball and has Steele on his front foot.
Well, I expected Ballard to get out of the way, but he's just kind of standing there.
Yeah. Get out of the way, pitcher.
And Clay's like, let me get that. You worry about pitching, I'll worry about the infield pop-ups. Swing by McMurray, and he ropes one to center. Braunschweig dives, he can't get it. McMurray is headed to second. And he's got a pair of hits. They needed his bat to get going, and it has early on, tying run in scoring position.
I think Cooper McMurray was sitting on an 0-0 breaking ball. I don't know if he's been seeing that. The scouting report is out, and they're pitching to him, but you see it. That's a pretty good pitch, Jack, for him to smoke that way. I think he might have been hunting that.
Braunschweig just couldn't get to it.
You know, there's always been good scouting reports, Jack, but with the analytics explosion we have, it's going on in that dugout instantly. Like they're telling guys, hey, he's thrown this many pitches, this many breaking balls. It is happening, you know, in the moment now like it didn't back in the older days.
Chris Rembert takes a breaking ball in, and Auburn has seen a lot of breaking balls early in counts. They're getting pitched backwards tonight.
Yeah, they have. You're right. They're mixing the big breaking ball and using fastballs really behind the breaking ball. A good one there for a ball. Another one. And it's a real breaking ball. It's a real, the one that McMurray hit had a lot of depth to it. It was down and in. It wasn't a bad pitch. It's a great job of hitting. I think Chris Rembert has a chance to be really special. Of course, Ryan Bliss, Will Holland, guys who have come through this program who played the middle infield. Ryan Bliss now in the big leagues with the Seattle Mariners. He's that caliber of guy. He's got a lot of work to do to get to that group, but that's the kind of talent player he's got a chance to be here.
With all the experience in college baseball, it feels like it's been getting older every year. Auburn's got 3 impact freshmen in their lineup, Rembert, Terrell, and Freilich, who are all in the lineup tonight. And they're leaning on their young guys.
Yeah, and if you're going to walk into this league and do this, Jack, you got to be a freak. I mean, these guys are freaks. These are not your average run-of-the-mill high school base. These are guys that were potential high draft picks.
And that is ripped. Left field, past a diving Waugh. McMurray will score. Rembert is headed into second. Back-to-back doubles, and the Tigers have tied the game in the 4th.
That's what you call electric bat speed. We get the exit velocity from time to time. I'm going to guess upper 108, 109, somewhere in there. He got a fastball middle of the way. Man, he smoked it.
And that lead does not last long for UAB. Auburn has a chance to retake the lead with Freilich, another freshman at the plate.
If Tyler Waugh had that to do over again, he might let it drop, try to hold the runner at third. He tried to make a great play. You can't fault him for that.
Freilich loops one in the air down the left field line. It bangs off the net foul.
Outfitters have to always remember when they dive, there's no help. There's no help behind him. So if you're going to dive, you have to be sure. Had he let it drop, maybe check up, he might have been able to hold the runner at third base. Maybe not, but we'll never know.
This is an aggressive play. UAB team that has been strong defensively this year. And I won't say miscues on the dives by Braunschweig and Waugh, but it does allow for extra bases.
The bat speed on that swing by Rembert, that was electric. And that's what when you hear me talking about someday May being in the class with Ryan Bliss, that's what Ryan Bliss could do. Unbelievable bat speed. You see Freilich there 0 for 1. I think going to be a really, really good player here at Auburn is Chris Rembert.
When you talk about guys needing to be talented as freshmen, Rembert came in with a high ranking, high recruit out of Florida. Freilich and Terrell are both guys that were drafted. I mean, they could have gone pro if they wanted to. That's how good they are.
Freilich could have gone to the U.S. Open and played tennis. Yeah, nationally ranked high school tennis player, so he had his choice. How many times have you ever heard that? Drafted in baseball, could have been a national ranked, or could have gone on to the TPA.
Yeah, he could have been
special. USTA. Let me say it right. The tennis fans out there.
You got that.
No
in
idea
ATP.
what TPA is.
ATP, probably what you're thinking.
Something, yeah, I have no idea.
60 plus Division I tennis offers.
How about that?
I heard that's a lot. 3 balls and a strike. The pitch. Breaking ball, that's lifted. Center field, Braunschweig racing, and he will get underneath it. Tagging from second and motoring over to third is Rembert, 2 gone.
Good swing, inside out with the breaking ball. Go back to the point of the 3 freshmen, Terrell, Freilich, and Rembert. These guys are freaks. I mean, these guys are the elite of the elite. So if you're out there thinking, okay, how can I go play in the SEC as a freshman? You have to be those guys where scouts are showing up to your games. If they're not, it's okay. Todd Clay didn't have scouts, and he's right here hitting a home run at Auburn University, a great player for UAB, and may be drafted someday. But that's what those 3 freshmen have done in their career. They're just the elite of the nation, really.
And Terrell, the other freshman's waiting on deck as Eric Snow looks at a strike. He popped out to second in the second. Auburn's tied things up here in the 4th after UAB briefly had the lead on the Clay homer.
Can Eric Snow get that 2-out RBI base hit?
And he was jammed.
Doesn't look too good right now.
Braunschweig makes the lazy catch. And the leading run will stay on third base. Auburn gets a run on back-to-back doubles from McMurray and Rembert to knot us up at 2.